Don't wait for tomorrow. Live for today. Keep chasing the sunshine and go out and play.
Happy Turkey Day! Happy American Turkey Day. That's right, it is the American Thanksgiving today. And so thank you for taking the time. And I hope for those of you who are more into the US mindset, US real estate thing, that you had marked this on your calendar because it's just an extra reason to celebrate, an extra reason to be thankful. And I must say that today I am very thankful for many, many, many things. And I'd like to feature two things today. One, just came out of a beautiful turkey dinner with stuffing and cranberry sauce and nice organic salads and eggnogs with a little bit of rum. It was amazing. I am stuffed. And so I'm going to bring the energy. Also, I'm going to fall asleep because it was delicious. So that's the first thing. Thanks for everything we have, all the abundance that we have around us. And second thing that I'm thankful for today is our deal revealer for today. And so Mathis is with us today. He made it. Last week he was supposed to be with us, and technical problems made it that he couldn't, but he is here with us now. And so I'm very, very thankful for that. And hopefully he's thankful as well for something that's happened recently in his life. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. So I want to let you all know right before we jump in that 2024 is going to be the biggest and best in the world of JK. We are working non-stop to put everything together. We are loading programs into the new platform and everything is rocking and rolling. And so over the next 3 weeks is your last chance to get in at this all-time low price of $999. In the new year, yeah, because $999, you are beta ambassadors. You are going to give us feedback over the next month and over the next year, and that's why you're locked in at such a low price. In the new year, that price is going to go up because it's just going to be the standard amazing course, content, and service and everything else JK delivers. But if you want to jump in early and help us out a little bit, give us feedback, be the first ones in to test out, see all those features and all those resources, well, this is your chance. So going back to Mathis, he is here today to reveal a deal that he closed on just a couple of weeks ago. And we're going to take the time to give to Mathis. He's going to tell us a little bit about the deal. And let me just make sure, Mathis, that you're able to open up your video or audio. Let's do the test.
At least the audio works.
Audio works. I hear you. Nice
Hey,
to
Captain,
have you.
how are you? Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. I'm doing amazing. It's always a great day. How about yourself?
Yeah, no, it was a great day. It was a great day.
Love it, love it, love it. So really quick, I'm going to give you the floor in just a minute. If you want to open your video, you can, but you don't have to. So this is Mathis, Canadian, foreign national investing in the US in the Cleveland market, much like we do. He's got a duplex now. He is the owner of a duplex in Cleveland. Get this, under $60,000 is the final on paper purchase price for this property. Now, is that why don't you tell us a little about yourself and about the deal? Did it start there? Is it going to end there? Just give us the lay of the land, Mathis.
Yeah, so yeah, first, thanks for having me, Kyle. And I'm very thankful tonight because I remember that day I saw your ad on Instagram and I was like, yeah, I want to know more about what they talk about in US, and but I'm not interested in working with them at all. 2 days later, I drove, well, you know the full story, but there was a snowstorm. I drove down to Burlington. I had to meet with you, and yeah, the rest is history. And that was one of my best decisions this year, business-wise, by far the best. So yeah, I'm going to share what I closed on recently. Can I share my screen now?
Give me a second. I'll stop mine and I'll make sure you have permissions. Da, da, da. And if the JK team is there to help me as well, I'm just gonna promote you. Maybe that'll help. There we go. Try to share now. Is it working? One more time. This should work. There it is. It's coming on. So we see your presentation there, Mathis. Yep. Oh, you're muted. You're muted. So if you're talking, I just realized. Don't know why that happened, but let's get you unmuted. Mathis, can you hear me? Just to make sure. You're muted.
I can.
We heard you for a second, and then you're muted again.
Hello.
Yes. Okay. Don't touch anything.
Okay. Yeah. You know what? Let's forget about the presentation, and I won't touch my computer. Don't know what's going on. I was going on mute without touching it, so that's weird. Anyway, so I spotted that duplex a few months ago. So it's based in Cleveland. Is in west section of the city, very close to Metro Health Center. And there was an initial purchase price at almost $75,000, and I negotiated down to $59,000, which is nice. And the potential
20%
long-term,
discount.
sorry.
20% discount off purchase price. Not too bad.
Yeah, no, so no, I was quite happy about it, and with a potential long-term rent of $1,000 per unit, a rehab of up to 49. I'm indicating here $49,000, but actually I should have mentioned up to 49, which is what we calculated. And if we actually do spend $49,000, the cap is at 11.1%. Though I'm still figuring out what I'm going to do with one of the two units. Being very close, so less than 20-minute walk away from Metro Health Center, I might decide to convert one, not into short-term rental Airbnb because the rooms are too small, but like one unit into unit dedicated to traveling nurses. And that would like strongly increase the cap. So I'm still thinking about it. I think I'm going to test it because if it works, then I'm going to convert the two units, obviously. But no, it's a very interesting neighborhood. ARV wise, so my realtor, very enthusiastic, gave me a $200,000 ARV, which I was like, okay, that's interesting. The appraiser gave me 180K. And so I was like, I'm going to be more conservative with 160K, because what they forgot to tell me is by when they expect that ARV to come true. But if I want to refi, it's going to be in a few months, not in a few years, though I totally believe in the potential in that neighborhood.
Amazing. I love it. And so succinctly, so clearly, you've covered the two golden rules of real estate right in this one slide and in your brief intro. Are we buying at a discount? Right?
Yeah.
If you buy it for 59 and at worst you put 49, you're in for 108. And it's worth somewhere, say 160 because you're being conservative. And I think 160 is I like that number as well. So if you're in for 108 and it's worth 160, are you buying at a discount?
Yeah.
Yeah, and a pretty sweet one too. You're buying at a 30% discount, it seems, or more if the cards play right. That's awesome. That's a huge discount. It's amazing. The second golden rule of real estate, Mathis,
Cash flow.
by cash flow, which here we have the cap rate, which is a double-digit cap, and this is considering long-term rentals. And you said you had a strategy to explore midterm rentals with nursing housing, room rentals, for nurses.
Yes.
How
Yep.
much are? Let's go a little bit more in the. How much is it per room, and how much would you expect on the midterm
What I noticed is duplexes in the neighborhood at around 1,500-1,600
per side?
per unit.
Yeah, per side. Yeah, per unit. Beautiful. So there's an opportunity to bring this 2,000 a month to a 3,000 a month
Yes.
with the midterm strategy potentially if
Yeah.
there's a good bite. And you did buy this property on purpose because it does have some proximity to the Metro Health Hospital.
Yes.
And so that's one of the big hospitals on the west side, on the close west side of Cleveland in the Clark Fulton area. And it tripled in value in size. That hospital tripled in size in the last 3 years. And so it's one of those areas that there's a lot of expansion, there's development happening, and Clark Fulton has been identified as one of those areas that has already started to boom and could potentially continue booming over the next 5-10 years. So I think a lot of boxes are checked off here. What do we think? People who are in here live with us today, deal or no deal? And since we have Mathis on the line, do we have any questions for him? And Mathis, do you have any more on this property that you'd like to share? Or I look at all the thumbs coming up. That's fantastic. Yes, they're coming in from the chat, from the Q&A, and from the live reactions. I love it. And on Facebook as well. So, Mathis, it looks like you've got something good. Is there more you'd like to share about this property, this process
Yes,
that
there's
people who
one
haven't
thing.
yet, yeah, crossed the finish line yet?
Yeah, there's one thing that yeah, I'd like to share because I live in Canada, but I'm not Canadian yet because I passed the
Mhm.
test this summer, so it's just a matter of a few months. But so to enter the American sorry, to enter US, I need an ESTA. And the ESTA is, if there anyone listening or that who is going to listen to this later, if you have an ESTA, it's not connected to you but to your passport. So if just like me, you recently upgraded your changed your passport, you need a new ESTA. And I showed up, fortunately, very early at the border, and I had a meeting right after the border. So I was expecting that I would need to wait, yeah, a bit of time. Didn't know how long I would need to wait at the border, but they ended up not letting me in because I had to order a new ESTA. So if you change your passport, you need a new ESTA, even if the old one is still valid.
That there's a gold nugget for that might save someone a lot of headache down the line. Thank you for that, Mathis.
Y-
And the big takeaway I'm hearing here is show up early, right? Don't
Yes,
show up
that's the other one.
yeah,
Yeah.
show up early.
Expect the unexpected.
Yes, I love that. I love that. So I did see one question come in. Did you buy this with financing or with cash? And what's the story
Oh
around
yeah,
your?
sorry.
Mhm.
No, that's a good one. I forgot to tell about it. I'm doing a rehab loan and then I'm going to refinance because I really wanted to use the entire cycle that we learned in the blueprint. And I'm making this very simple. My decision was to literally apply what I learned in the blueprint to test it. And yeah, so I feel like this deal, I just use what I learned in the blueprint. And I knew nothing about investments in US before.
Amazing, amazing. So yes, there was financing, a short-term rehab loan. I'm just repeating in different language
Yes.
to cover it from different angles. So yes, there was financing for the renovation. And would you mind sharing like what the LTV was? How much of the project was financed for you?
65%
65%.
or
Beautiful.
70. Sorry, I forgot already.
Oh, okay.
But for
I
sure.
don't know. It's your numbers, so I'm just
Yeah.
asking the question.
Yeah, no, I think it was 65.
Typically, when you get into a renovation loan, it's maybe 65 or 70% of the purchase price, and then potentially 70, 80, 90, or 100% of the renovation portion.
Mm,
Those are huge variabilities, but typically on those short-term renovation loans, if your ARV supports it, you can get much higher LTV financing
yeah.
on short-term rehab loans.
Sorry, I was only talking about the purchase price. You're right. And I confirm I got 100% of the rehab. And
Awesome.
actually, the 49 is conservative and what I even have more. Like if for any reason, like the moon collapses on my duplex and I wouldn't have even more than 49K. So yeah.
Awesome. So what I'm hearing here is you bought something for like 59. You basically got financing for somewhere around 59. So you got 65% on the purchase and 100% on the renovation. If you blend that rate, you got about 80% LTV on this property, if not even a little bit more.
Yeah. So no, that was that very happy about this deal.
Excellent, excellent. And most lenders, the way they work with these rehab loans, and they really should, here's another nugget, feeling generous on Thanksgiving today,
Mhm.
is if you, with the way these rehab loans work, is you get approved, and say you're approved for a $60,000 rehab loan. Well, they don't send you the 60,000 right away. They will say, okay, you're approved. Now start the work, and as the work gets completed, we'll distribute the funds based on the work that's completed. So you put in $10,000 of work, they come in and say, yes, you did 10,000 or $15,000 of work, and then they send you back 10 or 15,000. Then you take that money and you give it back to continue the project moving forward. And it's this give and take process until you take on the full rehab loan that you need. And so you're not even paying, interest on the full 60,000 until you
No,
use the full 60,000. Now, most lenders
exactly.
are like that. And if they're not like that, you should almost demand it. You should ask why it's not like that, or you should basically say, hey, everyone else doesn't, I don't pay interest on the full 60 up front. Why are you like that? I would challenge that. It's not typical, but some do. And well, you can understand why they can. It's a lot more interest for them. I love it. I love it. Isabel is asking a question. How did you find the deal? Realtor, other
Realtor,
gatekeeper?
and I use Zillow. Basically, I use the map, and I literally used your approach, which is like for this property, for this deal, I made around 50 offers in total.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So using the approach 110-3-1.
Excellent. And you're following those ratios to find your diamond deal.
Yep, yep.
Amazing, amazing. And that was 50, not 15, right?
Yeah, 50.
Exactly. So people who are there and just, should I put an offer? No, you shouldn't. You should put 10 a week.
Yes. Yeah. And
Right?
and really, it's not about at least that's my strategy. And I told you that I hugely believe in your ratios, that it's a numbers game. And I remember putting my offers, and I was like, "There's no way this is gonna work," and it did work.
Yes, right on. Now, if someone wanted to pay $75,000 for this duplex, that wouldn't have been all that difficult, right?
Yeah.
But you got it for 59. This is $16,000 deep cheaper. It's a 20% discount. Now, 15,000, some people might be it's not worth that for that amount. But this mindset of, okay, now you're dealing in $75,000 properties, or 150, $200,000 properties. But what if you're dealing with $1.5 million properties, 10 point, 10, $15,000 million properties, and you get a 20% discount? This is where you're learning and you're building those strategies to know that these number games can really make a big impact. And if you just do like everyone else is doing, you're going to get results like everybody else. And that's your choice to decide if you want to put a little bit more work to get the best deals, or just go right off the top and say, hey, 75 for a duplex that needs 50,000 of work, good enough for
Mm,
me. I don't really care if I'm buying at a discount or much of a discount. That's every investor's choice, right?
mm,
But if you want to follow the two golden rules, putting more than
mm.
one offer is going to get you there faster.
Yeah, and another thing that I did, because I knew I wouldn't like to use all my cash to take care of the entire deal.
Yeah.
So I put the property with a cash offer, but knew I would already go with a rehab loan. And with the due diligence, I was like, well, no way, it's going to cost so much more money. I need a loan. But because they've been waiting, they locked something, the seller is already involved emotionally in something with you, then they're willing. And because for several weeks already, the deal has been outside of the market, they're willing to say yes to the loan request.
Absolutely. I love it. Curiously, last little question here, and I have so much fun in this because this thing works. It's so fun to see. Um, what was your first offer? You said you can win in all cash. They were asking 75. What was your first offer just for funsies?
Let me find this back. Um, where is it? It was slightly lower. It was, or maybe it was already 59. Um, but it was in the 50s.
Okay,
It was in the 50s.
beautiful. So your offer was 20, 25, maybe even 30% below asking price, and it was just, you know,
Yeah. Yeah, I
you just left
really
it at
I used
confirmed.
the Mao calculations. I was like, okay, that's how much I estimate. on the quantity of work that's going to be needed, and I was wrong. More was needed, but it's fine. And yeah.
Amazing. Amazing. Well, congratulations, Mathis. And one last nugget for the people listening in, people who are thinking about joining in, taking their first steps. What advice would you give them now that you've crossed that finish line?
To join you or to start? To join you, it's be clear with what you want to achieve in life. And if you believe real estate could be a vehicle for you to get there, meet with Kyle and Jenny. Meet those great people. To start, just and that's what I did, and so far it's been working very well. Just learn, apply, and keep on learning while you're doing it. But it's really about learning a system, because you don't need to you don't need to go through everything and do all the trainings to buy one property. But if the goal is to learn new skills, to build a portfolio that is going to change your lives, learn the system, learn the skills, and just apply. And then while you're applying, you might slightly adapt based on your personality and your goals, and that's fine. But we've got to start somewhere, and yeah, it works. This system works.
Amazing. Amazing. Well, congratulations again, Mathis.
Thank you, guys.
And to many, many more, right? Because a little
Yes.
birdie told me that you've got a couple more deals on the cooker right now. Maybe tell us a little bit about how many and how are you going to take them all down?
I don't know. That's my issue. And there are a few properties where I'm like, I should have negotiated even more. Um, yeah, I'm working on this. I'm looking at multis, either for long term or for traveling nurses, and seeing if there might be also in single family for short term rental. But I'm just placing lots of orders. That's it. And yeah, I'm
And
looking.
the
It's
universe
really
is
about
delivering.
sifting. It's really about sifting and putting lots of orders, and sometimes that don't get answers at all, even with follow up, and that's fine. It's part of the numbers.
Yep, 100%.
And
An
sometimes
excellent.
and it's just happened to me a few times recently. We kind of agreed on numbers, but then with inspections, we couldn't find an agreement.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Part of
And
the numbers too.
it's part of the numbers, and it goes into negotiations and active listening. And what really is the problem? Are there terms that can change things, and they don't have to be dollar terms? It could be. I've negotiated Star Wars lightsabers and deals. I've negotiated wine bottles and deals. I've negotiated, time on the golf course and deals. So just pay attention to what they want and what they need, and try to have fun and build it into your deal if at all possible. So with that said, once again, congratulations, Mathis. Thank
Yeah,
you for
thank
taking
you.
the time. And yeah, we'll see you here in hopefully a couple weeks, maybe a couple months. The holidays tend to slow down, so let's make a point to have you back on here in the new year.
Yeah.
How's that
Oh
sound?
yeah, that sounds perfect. I can't wait. Thanks for having me again.
Right
Happy
on. You're
Thanksgiving to
awesome.
everyone. Have a great evening.
And that was Mathis closing his first duplex under $60,000 in Cleveland, satisfying the two golden rules of real estate. Congratulations, Mathis. Deal or no deal? I think he's got a thumbs up from us on this one. And reminding you again, if you want to be a beta ambassador before the new year, you can lock in. This is a lifetime low price. It'll never be this low again. And we do hope to see you. And it's not for free that we're giving you this opportunity. We want your feedback, because there's going to be a lot of more systems and a lot of new things coming out, and we would love your feedback and your support as we launch this to the masses. So that was our deal reveal for the evening. Have a great one. Happy Thanksgiving, and we will see you next week. Same place, same time. Now for tomorrow.